The 2021 Ford Bronco Off-Road features make it an amazing vehicle. A kind of vehicle that you just can't keep on the pavement. You're talking about amazing things such as digital trail mapping on every model, available 35-inch tires, and over 200 other accessories. Give you no excuse to take this SUV off the pavement and on the dirt road. The new 2021 Ford Bronco is one of the most highly anticipated SUVs of the year. And not just because it's finally received beloved nameplate that isn't a dull watered down crossover or something that's just blah. The Bronco is an enthusiast dream inside and out. With best-in-class departure and breakover angles, gigantic tires available from the factory on every trim level, but in trail navigation apps, and an interior built to open up the elements and get absolutely coated in the mud. I mean, mud dirty, folks. You know, you ever drive down the road and you see some of these SUVs, they're so clean, look like they've never been off the trail. But when you see them covered in mud, you say to yourself, hot damn. Oh, and trust us on this. This SUV is just spectacular. Nothing like it, folks. Everybody's going to want one. The 7-speed manual transmission, as you reflect on that, here's a roundup of everything that will make it powerful when it does leave the pavement. Now, the first thing is first. Every Bronco has all-wheel drive, or what must I say, four-wheel drive? All Broncos come with two available four-wheel drive systems, with low gear ratios, the base version, and the upgraded advanced 4x4. 1. The Bronco standard system has an electronic transfer case that shifts on the fly. Advanced 4x4 upgrades, an electromechanical transfer case with an auto mode to shift between 2 high and 4 high modes on demand. That power goes to a solid Dana 44 Advantech rear axle and the Dana Advantech independent differential unit up front. Both can be optioned with the spicier Performa-Track electronic locking differential that keep both wheels spinning, enabling the truck to keep pulling itself forward as each side loses and regains traction. Can you imagine that, folks? Now, the advanced 4x4 system and the 7-speed manual transmission is the combo you want for maximum crawling ability. That gives you the Bronco maximum crawl ratio of 94.75 to 1, which Ford touts as the best in the Bronco class. The 10-speed automatic with the advanced 4x4 system still touts a 67.8 to 1 crawl ratio. Although the fact that you're letting the truck shift for you and already makes wheeling a tad easier. So we'll consider this leveling in a playing field. Our playback for prior stalls. This is just amazing, folks. Now, the Bronco terrain management system with the GOAT modes offer up to 7 selectable drive modes beyond default. Normal help the Bronco navigate different conditions and kinds of terrain: eco, sports, slippery, and sand, plus mud, ruts, baja, rock crawl, better off-road performance. GOAT stands for the greatest of all time. Not to go over any terrain. It's just a joke, folks. Which is a bold claim for something we haven't driven yet, or no one has driven yet, except the engineers at Ford. Here it goes, over any type of terrain. But we know what they mean. We'd like to check these claims as soon as possible. I would like to check these claims by putting one in my garage. That would just be nice. Now, Ford included some extra high-tech features to make off-roading even easier, including cruise control for low-speed crawling, called Trail Control, Trail Turn Assist that uses torque vectoring to tighten turn radiuses, the Trail 1 paddle drive to control acceleration and braking for slow rock crawling situations. That's just amazing, folks. There's not too much material on that, but you can imagine what it does. You just let off the gas and the SUV just comes to a still. You don't have to worry about moving from one to the other because you'll be navigating crazy terrain with this suspension that we see here. And the whole setup, the chassis is just amazing, folks. This baby has crawl-ready components. The Bronco makes it easy to hit the trails with over 200 factory-backed accessories available at launch, which enables dealers to customize it at purchase for buyers' specific use. Yet, even if you didn't add on a lot of extras, the Bronco is more than ready to bash around off the pavement. Now, Ford tossed a list of best-in-class figures for the Bronco, including 33.5 inches of water fording ability, a maximum of a 29-degree brake angle, and a maximum of 37.2-degree departure angle. It also packs 11.6 inches of ground clearance. Compared to the current JL generation Jeep Wrangler, which has 10.8 inches. Steel shields protect the Bronco most critical hardware, with upgrades available on the higher performance trims. Front and rear exposed tow hooks are available, stock as well, in case you or your buddy need them. There are plenty of doubters out there about the lack of solid axle up front, but the Bronco front independent suspension solid exit combos has some tricks up its sleeves. Fender flares, sure. Ford claims that the Bronco independent front suspension was chosen for better control and comfort, particularly for high-speed off-road conditions. Ford also credits its independent front suspension for giving the Bronco 17% more suspension travel than its competitors, in both the front and the rear. Now that is amazing, folks. That's helped by a set of long travel position sensitive Bilstein dampers, designed for off-road use, as well as reduced harshness. In case you hate getting out of the manually disconnecting and reconnecting your sway bars, the Bronco semi-active hydraulic stabilizers bar disconnect design should have you covered. It automatically disconnects to increase articulation and ramp angles, and automatically reconnects to give you better stability. Can you imagine that? At higher speeds on the road, either way, we have to drive it to check these claims and see what's really happening with this Ford Bronco. So the anticipation of June coming, when the first Broncos come out, there's going to be a lot of people testing and reviewing this. And sooner or later, the journalists are going to have their hands on some of these and going to be able to take it out on the spin. Can't wait to do some research and find out what's happening. Now, you need to carry something on the roof? Well, the trail sights built into the corners have a 150-pound tie-down capacity for longer roof-mounted items. Some of those options and upgrades are incredibly desirable, though. Every trim level, even the base one, has the optional ability to upgrade to 35-inch tires. Now, that's something you usually only get at an aftermarket upgrade. Plus, that enables you to drive right off the lot and tackle some crazy rock trails. Now, that's amazing. Can you imagine doing that with a stock SUV? Look at the bash plates underneath this baby right here. They're just awesome, folks. And should you choose to upgrade to even a bigger rubber media tires anyway, the Bronco comes with a large open wheel wells with quick release attachment points for the exact reason. There are plenty other upgrades that are extremely common, but typically the sole domain of the aftermarket shops and vendors. For example, swapping out bumpers for trail use is so common that there are some people who are threatening to build a bumper hinge. Some building them in their yard out of stock Jeep bumpers. There may be fewer Broncos, ones to add to that, given that one, of a factory option is it a set of modular steel Ford Performance bumpers with integrated mounts for the winch. Now, the more off-road ready trims can also get shields for the fuel tank, engine and transmission, as well as front bash plate. Side rock wells, rated to hold the Bronco weight, are another option to let you navigate trails with less damage to the important bits. This is just going to be amazing. I mean, putting those shields on and hearing that scraping and knowing that you're out there just, in a wild, taking a truck to its limits. Can you imagine that, folks? Now, the one thing that's amazing about the Ford Bronco is the trail tech. It's got tricks up its sleeves. Finally, you can document that time you got lost on a harder than expected trail and made it out anyway. Or you probably just got lost and needed help. Now, with the Fordpass Performance App, it's a built-in digital trail mapping app available on all the Broncos that allow drivers to plan, record, and share where they're going, and the only thing like it is in the Bronco segment. Over 1,000 curated topographic trails maps are included, which is amazing. Now, Neo Tracks, Acutera Maps, Trail Off-Road, and Fun Tracks Trail Guides, over-the-air updates to the Ford onboard system should also help to keep it current, which is just amazing. The Bronco's 360-degree camera system isn't just for parking, folks. Either has off-road spotter views that can help you navigate obstacles. As with the F-150, you can option the Bronco with an 8-inch or 12-inch infotainment screen. Now, on top of that, there are mounts built into the instrument panel for any other devices you may want to carry along with you, but there's plenty of 12-volt power plugs. It's just amazing. Is it mudworthiness? Now, Ford expects you to get the Bronco dirty, which is why it's an actual crime against the law, you could say, to leave it on the pavement, and it could be punishable by the ancient mud gods, of course. Perhaps they'll give you a curse, which will doom your feet to a series of gross puddles until you leave the asphalt. So take your Bronco out on the road and have some fun and enjoy some muddy trails. Of course, it's an exaggeration. Now, the Bronco is also available with both a soft top as well as a quick-release stowable roof panels to let the light in. And the 4-door can be optioned with both a soft and hard top. Now, if you can't decide for the two models, the removable hard top features a 3-panel design, which is very, very nice. And there are also the 4 panels for the 4 doors. Both have left and right front panels, reminiscent of the T-top, if you can imagine that. Remember Smokey and the Bandit? But this time it's the Bronco and the Bandit. You imagine that? Tackling some trails, having some fun, chilling and relaxing. Man, that sounds like a whole lot of damn fun. Now, you can get these babies. You can get them molded into your color or upgrade painted versions. Every hot top lets you remove the rear quarter window in 3 quick steps. Now, if you rather let the air in without taking the roof off, Ford claims that these roof panels are removable by one person. And the 2-door version also lets you stow the front roof panels on board. So just in case you want to have some fun and just get out there, hey, you can do this in your Ford Bronco. You're talking about quick release frameless doors are also available to answer the age-old question, where's my tires? Well, we'll have to see if these are easy to move around as other off-roaders' removable doors, given that the frame is a great spot to grab. The mirrors are mounted to the cowl, like everyone knows, and so they don't come off with the doors. The doors come with their own stow bags to protect them. Now, when they're off, and all the 4 doors can fit on board the 4-door version. So this is an amazing SUV. You also have the grab handles on the inside, which allow you to hold on for more easily without those doors in place. A steel roll cage is built into the Bronco to protect everyone inside. Now the interior is made to be easy to clean as possible. You have those easily washable rubberized floors inside this baby as well. You can't see it from this angle, but they have drains so you can just let the water flow back out of the interior. You have marine grade vinyl. Seating surfaces are easy to wipe down and resistant to mildew. The instrument panels, the rubber touch points, and the seamless silicone rubber switches are made to withstand splashes and easily wipe clean. You can also add 6 roof mounted switches to control the accessories. Now, in case you don't know how to use this stuff, Ford's going to host a bunch of off-roadios experiences. Right now, I believe there's like 4 to 5 located throughout the United States. And they can teach you the basics using different Bronco models. Plus, there's an independent but Ford-approved Bronco Nation community for sharing off-road events and trails. You have no excuses not to use all these extra kits. Boy oh boy, this Ford Bronco is just amazing, folks. It's amazing in every way. What an awesome SUV. This is Automotive Reviews. Remember, subscribe and have an awesome day.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more interesting videos.